Would you be mad if your significant other didn't celebrate Valentine's Day?
I would not care.
You wouldn't care?
Why? Because I don't care about Valentine's Day.
When did that start?
Why would you care about Valentine's Day, bro? It's.
I mean,
Have you ever celebrated it?
No.
Oh,
Like,
My kid, my kid's born on Valentine's Day, so I got the perfect excuse to make that a backseat every single year. Like, no, this is my kid's birthday.
Wait, so I think the better question is like, what if your significant other wanted to celebrate it and you didn't?
Yeah.
I would probably
obligated.
I would just do it. I mean, I wouldn't. As long as I'm not a hill to die on.
Yeah, no, I'll do it because for me, it's not that big of a deal. You know what I'm saying? If she wanted to do something, we'll do something. But
It's literally a date night. Like
Yeah,
you've
that's what I'm
always
saying.
had, except you give her flowers and
Yeah.
chocolate. That's it.
that's why I'm like, why are people so caught up on this?
I don't think anybody is.
I feel like
it's a date
people,
night.
I feel like people like, I mean, we know at the end of the day, people love competing. And when somebody can put a picture on, oh, this is what I got for Valentine's Day, or this is what we did for Valentine's Day, at the end of the day is that, yeah, we did something that's better than you, or my significant other cares more about me than yours does because this is what I got. I just got a truck for mine. You know,
So you just feel like it's all social media promoted.
I feel like everything
for
is
sure.
said media-wise.
Yeah.
It's everything.
That's how I feel about
show.
weddings.
I'm gonna keep it a buck though.
It's like that with everything.
She did give me some silk Valentine's heart boxers last year that I do rock on Valentine's Day.
You could wear silk boxers.
Fam.
They
You
got
wear
hearts
boxers?
go right up. Yeah, I ain't never worn them yet. But wear it for Valentine's Day.
you never wore them.
I'm only gonna wear it for Valentine's Day.
When's your anniversary?
7.5 months.
I've never celebrated an anniversary.
They on the hot seat.
June 24th.
Oh,
Yeah. So it's kind of, when we stay on that anniversary and wearing soap boxes, I asked the question was, can you use sex as a gift? Oh, you didn't get anything? Yeah, but we wait till we get to the bedroom. Like, is that a gift if you can get it every day?
Maybe if you go above and beyond.
I don't know because like you got to think the first time I have sex with a girl, out the park. I feel it has to be out the park. So on Valentine's Day, I'm like, how the fuck am I gonna top the first time I ever had sex with her?
Got to hang from the rafters, though.
I'm gonna be throwing kitchen sink cabinets, motherfucking beer bottles, everything. Like, I'm gonna be in there going, get in the kennel.
so you saying your first is always
Hey,
the
Howard
best?
Stern, give us a check. But
Your first is always the best.
yeah,
You give it all. You do the because you're a foreplay king. You do the whole thing.
they have to come back.
So how many
Get
times?
out. What's going on? Someone getting robbed?
Was that us? Here? Like here?
No, but definitely, I feel like I'm gonna do my best job on the first couple attempts.
So you
I have to be memorable.
So you accept. So can you use it as a gift though? So
I can use. I've never celebrated Valentine's Day. I'm gonna just say that on the record. I feel like if I came in empty-handed with no gifts, no candies, no chocolate, like I keep saying, this is all I have for you. Take it or leave it.
Damn.
More foreplay, you know.
Yeah, I put zero thought into it. Like for Valentine's Day, every time it's been like, oh shit, it's Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
Damn, is Hy-Vee still open? Like
Dollar store, anything.
I go get some chocolates and some flowers.
Yeah.
The chocolate. That's what else is there? Those are the only two things.
Teddy bear, man.
Bro, we only do it because people tell us we have to do it.
Yes, it's the only we only. Hey, think about this. We only get married because people think we should get married. Who invented that idea?
And that shit go back
That's
to prehistoric time.
I feel like marriage, like it's something that if it didn't already exist, nobody would do it.
damn.
If it didn't already exist, it's just like a cultural norm that people follow. And I feel like a lot of people are like breaking that now. So we're like more people are waiting longer and longer to get married. A lot of people like aren't getting married at all. You see people like polyamorous relationships, open relationships, messing around. So like I think monogamy, like the idea of monogamy has changed because back in the day, like the reason like marriage was not created based out of love. Like marriage was created because your pops has so-and-so resources. My mom's family wants the daughter or whatever to go to a good family, they would literally like exchange goods and stuff. So like it was really like a business arrangement. So I watched some, I think it was that Adam Ruins Everything show. And he talked about like when it switched from being basically like a business contract to like the idea of like love and romanticism. And then you have like diamond companies all of a sudden, like, you know, I don't know when the tradition started, 30s, 40s, 50s, now it's diamonds a girl's best friend. You know, diamonds are intrinsically worthless, but they jacked up the price. So like there's a huge like marketing mechanism behind like the idea of getting married and doing Valentine's Day and all this stuff. And it's all BS. And then you have social media where like everyone's parading. You ever seen on social media where either you see somebody on social media who's in a relationship and they look super happy on social media, or in the behind the scenes, you know, A, they're not happy, or B, like they're on dirt.
Yeah.
But then on social media, like they're like the happiest couple ever. And I'm like, you're getting cheated on. You guys fight all the fucking time. You're cheating on everybody. You are doing this, but then you're on social media, happy, smiling. And there's this thing I do like where I read the captions, and some of the captions are so funny. It's like, you know, marriage is tough, but we're still in it. I'm like, that's a shitty caption. That's not how you should describe your relationship. Marriage is work. It's tough, but we're still hanging on.
But he not lying, though, man. We see that stuff all the time.
Yeah, there's
So I'm gonna read like a little passage from somebody who like
a passage.
It's a long message. It's a passage
from the Bible. Are you a pastor?
No. Someone had reached out.
First James chapter 7.
One of the episodes we touched on divorce and like women and things like that, but we didn't really give a women's perspective, obviously, because we're 5 men. Right. So
Pastor Hops,
whatever. I have been called that lately too. So the most recent thing I can think of was a couple episodes ago. We were talking about divorce rates and how a few decades ago people will get married for love and stay together. That's no longer the case, that this person wrote. I feel like no one accounted for the fact that up until fairly recently, women didn't have as many options: bank accounts, lines on credits, home ownerships. They were all impossible without a man to sign for you. So now she feels like that you really get married now for love, and it ain't for, you know, just to say. So I don't know. And that comes from Paige too.
That makes sense. That women didn't have that right. That right didn't exist until legislature came out and stuff like that. So it makes sense that, hey, I may not feel this way about you, but in order for me to get this, we have to be married. So it goes back to, you know, people say, well, the man works and the woman stays at the house to cook and everything. They didn't have that right, you know.
Right.
You're not going to work. He's going to provide this and all this. He has to say, yes, you can do this. So that makes sense that now that it's done.
Yeah, there are a lot of things, and like none of them are good or bad, but like there's a lot of things that like change for the dynamics for women. Like like good thing, like they're getting into the workforce. The invention of birth control, huge. Geographically like located, most people couldn't travel, so like you would just be with whoever was in your like immediate surroundings. That's who you dated, blah blah. But now we have birth control. People are getting closer to equal rights. We can travel, go around more. So I think it's kind of that thing again where it's not just a woman thing or a man thing, but it's like now everyone has so many options where you're like, you almost want to make sure you got the best option. And there's this idea that there's like someone better out there. And, you know, that's how people end up stringing each other along, this, and this, waiting for the next thing. But then it's like, do you want to wake up 45 and alone, right? What's the age where you're 45 single at the club? You're like, shit, maybe I shouldn't have wasted all this time fucking around. So we're like in a weird generation. I feel that way. Yeah, where people are stuck and they don't know what to do with their relationships.
I still feel like that's old time thinking too, because like 45 in the club, you know, not even necessarily the club, but just 45 and not married, I feel like you're still okay. I don't mind, you know, being single. I don't need to be in a marriage or anything like that either. Yeah. Just because I'm 45 or 50 or 60.
But until you're 45, go ahead. No, go ahead, Nick.
I think you call me nigga?
That's what I thought.
No, I don't think so.
Stop getting my count up.
The email list is
No, I think it goes into more, because I think mentally, like, it's a lot of points. So like, what would we do if we never saw marriage? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it goes into like the familyness. Like, would we like how we procreate? Like, am I just gonna have kids and let them run wild with their mom? You know, or am I actually gonna take care of them? You know, I think that comes into the familyness or the marriage part of it. I think you get married for the family aspect. You know, like I would rather, like me personally, I would rather be with one girl, married, well, most likely married with the kids under the same roof, same family. It's just easier that way, you know, like so to speak. Obviously, it depends on the people, but I would rather have that than like having 3 or 4 kids by the same girl rather than having 3 or 4 kids by 4 different women, you know. And I did talk about that before, like I should just be a breeder, but really I would never do that, you know, because I would want to be in my kids' lives.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's easier for you to do that under the same roof, in that family unit, which comes with that marriage, you know. But technically you don't have to get married to do that, but it might be a benefit, you know, like. And then I think it's just easier. Like it'd be tough for me to try to balance like 3 or 4 women at the same time, bro.
I think I'm a
If
product.
they get their period at the same time.
Like a product of my environment.
There's a show about what
I didn't
show.
I didn't grow up in a marriage household. Like my mom was single.
Me neither.
You know, raised 4 kids, single, went to work. You know, my older sister took care of us until my mom got home. And then I was old enough and I took care of my youngest until my mom got home. So I feel like for me to break that cycle, it'll take a lot because that's all I've ever seen. Like even my aunts, my uncles, everybody before me always has been single or either just dated, never like married. I've probably been in like 2, maybe 3 family weddings, 60 funerals. Like, so it's like all I see out of my relationship that I've seen like growing up, not like my friends or like people I work with now as I'm older, I've seen more, you know, weddings and I've been in more weddings. But yeah, for me to break that cycle, I think it would be like tremendous. But at the same time, it's like now I got this notion in my head, like I don't have to get married at all, you know. But if I want to, I can, and it's got to be phenomenal when it happens.